Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this press conference announcing a very significant opportunity for Georgia, Atlanta, and for our communities and homeowners and respective people who have been done wronged in this foreclosure process. Today's press release is to deal with some specific areas that that the homeowners are demanding. We have sought legal help. We have sought community leaders to assist us in getting this message out. In light of the current crisis that's facing America and the help and acknowledgement by attorney generals across the United States, realize that there's a significant wrong that's being done against the property owners and property rights. And these issues have been highlighted here in Georgia by the fact that excessive force to dispossess people, to get them out of their homes, the lack of jury trials to have a fair hearing, and other constitutional violation has been occurring. So we have some notable speakers here today that's going to help us define the issues and what we want to demand. This is a press release to announce that this is officially starts. Today is the official day of starting a petition drive to sign a petition to send to the current elected officials and those who are seeking office to do their paramount duty in regards to protecting the rights of the citizens of Georgia. Our first speaker today is the one of our well-respected, well-renowned president of the NAACP chapter of Americus Georgia, chapter number 5160, who has been helping with some of the foreclosure issues, both in northern Georgia and in middle Georgia, Mathis K. Wright, Jr.
I come to you this morning very humble, but yet committed to help not just the ones that are sitting here in this room today, but each and every person in the state of Georgia, that we hope that this venture and this coalition of groups that are coming together will not only set the standard for what's about to happen in the state of Georgia, but we will be the trailblazers and set the standards for what will happen throughout the United States of America. Now, everyone's aware about what happens. You go into the closing, they put about 50 to 75 or 100 sheets of paper in front of you, rush it right through, have you to sign off on it, initial this page, initial that page, sign this page. And really, you are not guaranteeing at that point that if it's a 15-year note, 10-year note, 20-year note, that you're going to have the same financial stability that you have at the time you signed that note. So now who's really at risk? If I should lose my job at no fault of my own, then you're going to tell me that you really have the right to come and take my home because I initial and sign something that really I never guaranteed that I would still even have 15 years later. Now, there are so many elderly people, disabled people, veterans, and even people just like you and I. And if we have not been blessed to own our home right now, at this moment, it's just like death. It's just a step behind each and every one of us. Because what happens to you? What will happen if you lose your income, not tomorrow, but today? Or are you going to still log in like they've been doing on Channel 11 blog saying, well, you know, they took my car. They going to foreclose on me about this and that if I don't pay my bill. And that's easy to approach. That is easy to say until it happens. And with this climate and with this economy, no one, no matter what their race, creed, or nationality, will be exempt from what's happening in this state. Now, the judges, in most cases, and especially in magistrate court, which is a court that foreclosures and disparity notices should never even go to, will sit there and joke while they are hearing your case and say this is going to take about 30 seconds. Where is the justice in that? And especially if you enter the courtroom as a pro se litigant. Now, why is that law even on the books? Because when you approach the court as a pro se litigant, you're not guaranteed that I know how to make every motion, that I'm going to dot every I, that I'm going to even dot and cross all my T's. But what I am asking the court to do, and these judges, to hear the merits of my claim, of my charges, of my complaint, to where these loan officers, these banks, this big business have now illegally came in and are trying to take my dream. Where is the justice in that? Now, really, Georgia has some good, strong laws that are already on the book. Even though we may be non-judicial foreclosure, but there are some laws that are already there. If these judges would only enforce them when pro se litigants come before them. I've heard, well, you're going to need an attorney. Well, my Lord, how do you get one? If I could afford an attorney, I probably wouldn't be losing my home. It wouldn't be in foreclosure. So I am not here to question whether or not I should be able to get an attorney. I'm here asking the court to give me what is already a law, a trial by jury. Now, I'm only going to point out there's so many of them, but we have about 5 or so people here that has been affected